You know, I've been planning on recording over this for a bit now, but
Olis Coffee says I lost another video suck.
yeah, I lost the last video, so fun. I finished the railways,
Olis
and
Coffee
now
says
I get to show
TLDR. I
you
finished the railways.
how they go and the mine that I made because
Olis
I
Coffee
made it
says I'll show
so
the mine hashtag
much.
hashtag 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 later.
Or I guess I'll show you later, but I made it so much more complicated than it had to be, and I did it so badly.
Olis
Or
Coffee.
yeah, as you could see, I could not make up my mind. But honestly, it was pretty fun. I hated it though. It was so much work. And then I expand on the mines later. I'm recording this the 29th. I'm exhausted. I slept 10 hours last night and then 12 the night before, and I'm still just like so fucking tired. It's the depression. It's the depression. My nana passed away, a few days ago. So it's been hard. And I haven't posted any fics in a while because, well, first, my infection came back and that was hurting a lot. And then I recorded like 90 hours worth of fics. I think it was like close to 90. It was a lot of fics. I think because I recorded the entirety of They Don't Know. I recorded like 7 different one-shots and such. And then like another series. And then also the Ho underscore Tato series, which is so good, and you guys need to go listen to it. Recorded all those and lost it because I can't find the USB drive. And things happened, and I thought I had found it, but it turned out to be the wrong USB drive, and that USB drive was my gaming drive. And so yeah, I still don't know where it is, but that's okay. And yeah, I have little spots where I put down chests and shit on these so that it's easier for me to, and later on I do add like stairs and stuff so that it's easier for me to get around. And it is ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. I did it in the worst way possible, but I was like trying to avoid all the water and like lava, and there was so much. And it was ridiculous, and it was like every 5 seconds I was hitting either water or lava on -59, so I went up, and I kept doing this like weird sideways thing because I was using the compass to try and get back home, and that was a bad idea. And yeah, there's another with a bunch of stairs and deep slate. And I got a lot, but I end up not using a lot of it. I have a lot of stuff that I just need to use that I don't. And in Minecraft, I am very much just mining. I am one of those people who will mine a 10 by 10 square down, all the way down, just all the way down, and still never find enough diamonds. I never have diamonds. Just never. I am the worst. I do fix this later on. I end up keeping the little jumpy jumps, but I also add because this is like 10 minutes of recording, sped up so much for, going up and down these stairs. It is sped up so much. Like, I don't think you understand how much well, you do, but you don't. It was literally 10 minutes of me trying to get up these stairs, and I hated it. So I just dug down, and it took so much longer than it needed to because I kept doing it in the most struggling way possible. And I never do things the easy way, as you can tell. But, yeah, it's been fun. It's not, but it's been fun. And it's sad, and like, we knew it was gonna happen. We signed the hospice papers 2 days before. and then I had gone to see her that day with my little sister. And I knew it would happen. And my little sister had dance that day. And my plan was to go take her to dance, go see my Nana, pick her up from dance, drop her off at home, and then go back to sit with Nana and just sit with her and everything. But she ended up not having dance that day because of Thanksgiving week. And so I took her with me, and we only stayed for like half an hour. And then not even an hour later, I get a call from my coworker, and he's like, "Hey, she's gone." And I fucking broke, and it was hard, and yeah. So it's been fun, but I got spend a lot of time with her the last 2 years because I worked there. Like, even if I didn't work there, I would have gone every day. But days, just every day, I got to see her unless she was in the hospital or I was in the hospital or sick. And I wasn't allowed to go because it's not somewhere you can go when you're sick. And, so yeah. I got a lot of, and the last words she said to me were the most, like, her thing to ever have been said, because, I was telling her I had to go, but I would come back the next day to see her, and yeah, that day was my day off, but I'd come to see her. And she's like, "You need to get out of here, you need to go, you need to leave, they don't want you here." And I'm like, "Hey, I work here, I can be here as long as I want. But I will be going because I do have to get home." And she's like, "Kiss my ass." And I'm like, "I love you, Nana." And she's like, "I love you too." Or she's like, "I love you." And then the next day she passed away. So yeah, like most Nana thing to have ever been said. So it's like funny, but it's also like, and I absolutely love the Pell Forest. I love it so much. It is like, I would not build my house there, unless I was doing like a horror ARG. But, favorite biome now, and I struggle so much with finding biomes in this. Like, I am looking for desert caves, and like, I've mined. Oh wait, that was a glitch. Okay, there's a lot of glitches in this because what happens is my laptop dies a lot, and then it'll die when I'm in the middle of recording, even though I think it's plugged in, but it's not plugged in. And then I OCD fix this for some reason. I don't know why I did that. That was weird. Maybe just to get rid of the dirt? I don't know. I do a lot of things that I don't know why I do in here. Because I'm not smart. I am smart, but I'm not. Yeah, it's fun. Okay, and I'm back, yeah. I'm just gonna randomly pause and have a few minutes where it's just not talking because there is no way I can talk all the way through this. And you cannot make me. It's my video, it's my series, and I can do whatever I want. And if you don't like it, you don't have to watch it. This is literally me just rambling. Okay. And now that I'm not ready to cry anymore, you guys, I've been painting again. And I have this one jellyfish that I'm not exactly happy about, but I love it. And then I have this little ghost one, and then that I made, and then I have my cork board that I made. I painted on it with Hagua or Jagua and henna, and it looks cool. It is. I made it upside down because I was gonna do like 3 separate thingies on it, and then there was like 2 side pieces and then a large middle, and it was gonna be a frog thinking about a house, and then I did the house upside down and didn't realize, and so now the frog is thinking about its upside down mushroom house, and I'll put a picture of it somewhere. And then, yeah. And then, like, I have a bunch of posters in my room. Like, I have a Please Don't Summon Demons in the Bathroom poster, and I'm gonna, when I get my own house, I'm gonna put that in my bathroom. And then I have a And So, Being Young and Dipped in Folly, I Fell in Love with Melancholy, by Edgar Allan Poe. And then I have a Nugs Not Drugs, and then a Coraline, and then there's a fine line between genius and insanity. I have erased this line. And then I'm not crazy, I prefer the term mentally hilarious. And then one of those skeleton ones with the 2 skeletons kissing and the mushrooms and the moon. And then I have a Bill Cipher one, and it's really cool. And then I have like my pin, my little pin holder thing, and I have so many pins, not enough clearly. And then I have like this corner shelves that I need to get, that I have lights on, but I need to get batteries for, and I need to change the batteries on my bookshelf fairy lights. And then I have a Hamilton tin poster, and then I have like a bunch of medical posters for some reason. I don't know where I got them. I just kind of have them, and so I've been rotating them. And then I have a picture that was drawn for me of Jack and Sally, and then I have my 2023 graduation thing up, and then I have my tapestry of a dragon, and then my words, and then my Asterion posters, and then my Shazam poster, and then my other Coraline poster up. And I need to reorganize my room. I need to reorganize it because I need to get all my birds are dead now, and I'm sad. And one of I'm so mad about it. I'm not going to explain how they died, but it was sad. Oh, I also have a Spencer Reed and a Zodiac poster, and I have a 911 where it's their turncoats, and my first bird, Elizabeth, paintings from my best friend up, and then I have my Auto Heart to VIP up. I need to put my Bluey poster up. My, what is this? Hold up. Let me look at what this is. I forget which poster this is. And then my, my Studio Ghibli poster. And then my, concert posters, because I went to the, Auto Heart Schaefer James concert. That was so fun. They were so nice. And then I gave them this painting, and my best friend gave them stickers, and they loved it, and it was so fun, and I love them. They were so nice. And Schaefer James was so funny. And yeah. Okay, we're gonna talk about dreams now, because I need to talk about my dreams. So I've probably explained this before, but I'm going to explain it again, because people don't always know. And, so I have very, vivid dreams. Like, I feel what I feel. I hear, feel, and my dreams are so realistic that a lot of the times I can, or not a lot, like sometimes I genuinely cannot tell them apart from reality. Like, it's bad. Have gotten into I have gotten into fights with people before because of something that happened in my dream, and it's not like, oh, you cheated on me, like that type of thing. Like, no. For example, I had this dream. I had an argument with my best friend, and made them hate me, and genuinely called them in the middle of the night and was like, I'm so fucking sorry. Like, please don't hate me. I didn't mean it. Please, I please don't hate me. And it was it was, yeah. And then I had another dream. Now this one was a few years ago, okay? So, my brother, Pika, if you guys, he comments a lot on my stuff. I'm gonna get him to record with me one of these days. And, so Pika, he, I have a lot of dreams where he and I are fighting or doing something stupid, and he dies in them, and he tells people I kill him a lot in my dreams. I dream of killing him, and that's just so not true. Like, his favorite example is for a long time, he didn't live with us. He still doesn't. For like, after my grandma died, he didn't live with us because of his anger issues and such. So, he just was never there, and my brain, my counselor says, my therapist, she told me that it was because my brain was trying to find like a good enough reason, and that the reason that was the reason wasn't good enough for my brain, so my brain made up a reason, and said reason was we go camping every year. Like, we go to the family reunion, and in my dream, at one of these family reunions, like, our family had stayed behind a few extra days because sometimes that happened. That happens. We decide just to stay a few extra days because we don't want to go home yet. And this was one of those times, and so we decided we were gonna stay, and one night me and my brother went camping, and oh my god. Okay, so we went camping, and we decide to go swimming in this pond, and it's like this huge, like, type lake, and I can't swim, and neither can my brother, because we both have water trauma, and mine's not as bad, but it's still there, and so I can float. I can float and look like a dead body when I float, but I cannot swim, and I might never learn how to, and I'm okay with that. And, so, we're swimming, and we decide to go and hold our breaths under the water, and then I come up, but he doesn't. And so I kind of get freaked out, and I'm like, oh my god, he's left. Like, he probably got out of the water and then, like, went and hid. So that I couldn't see him, and he's now gonna scare me. So I get out and I start looking for him, and then like 20 minutes pass, and I realize, oh, he's like genuinely not here. So I go back to our camping site, and he's not there either. And so I go back to the lake, and I begin to I go into the water, and I feel something at my feet, and it's this body, and I should have realized that it wasn't his body because he was kind of like already bloated and distorted, and been there a while. And so I start freaking out, and I, like, go back to the camping site, and, like, we, for some reason, don't tell them about the body I found, and they kind of just push it back into the water, and they're like, okay, we're gonna start looking for him because that's clearly not him, and I'm freaking out because I still think it's him for some reason, even though it's clearly just not him, and go back, and we start, like, looking for him, and there's search parties, and I remember, like, doing press conferences and interviews and everything. And I remember people being like, oh, this isn't your fault, and, like, there's nothing you could have done. It was an accident. You didn't do this on purpose. And then the first dream ends there. Okay? Well, about a year passes, and so much happens. Like, there's so much, and I completely forget about this dream. Well, in my next dream, I have, like, a little bit of, like, a flashback reminder, and then... So, in my dream, it's kind of, I go through the last press conference I did, and then it goes to the next part where I'm making, like, posters and posts and everything, and, like, they find the serial killer who claims to have killed Logan, but it didn't match up with the timeline, so they're like, yeah, no, this couldn't have been it, and, like, people online are like, oh, this is the Pugs killed him. Pugs killed Pika. And I'm like, no, I didn't. You guys are mean. And just sobbing. And then, okay, in my dream, it skips to the same day that it is. And I'm watching a movie, and it, like, the screen switches to a live stream of this, like, something. I don't know how to describe. It's like a lab, but it's not a lab, but it's like zombie lab, like. Anyway, Pika's one of these zombies, or Pika is one of these zombies, and he decides to come find me because in his mind, I'm the reason he's dead, and, like, he starts looking for me, and I start freaking out, and then I wake up, and I call my sister at 4 in the morning. I call my older sister at 4 in the morning, sobbing hysterically. I am panicking, I am freaking out because I've killed our brother, and I am now, like, and now he's becoming a zombie, and I'm kind of realizing as, like, I'm saying this, that it was a dream, and she just laughs at me, and she's like, okay, what are you talking about? And I'm like, it was a dream, wasn't it? And she's like, yeah, it was a dream. I'm gonna go now. And I'm like, okay. So that was a dream I had. It was fun, though. It wasn't, but it was fun. But I had another dream where I pushed him down the stairs, and he died because it was, like, a lot of stairs. Not because I pushed him, but because it was a lot of stairs. And I didn't actually like push him. I was messing with him and accidentally pushed him. And then, to be fair, he's pushed me down the stairs before, so it's only payback that I do it in my dreams, right? So, like, fun. But then he finds out about this dream, and so Pika Pika just always tells people I dream of killing him now. And it's funny, but it's not, because people think I'm deranged, and I am, but not in that way. This is only 25 minutes in, I think. I don't know. I'm not good at talking. My house. I like my house. I cannot wait to finish it. It looks so, and I love the path. I love the path more, and I'm trying to decide if I want to switch all of it to the tough, but that would be so much tough, and like tough is hard to get. And then I have my 3 little copper golems and my iron golem, and then my snow goblins all there. And I had this like idea to do like, I don't know what I was planning on doing with this. I think I was planning on making like light hangers, like a light hanger in the middle of the room, but then realized the wall was too low to do that. Not wall hangers, chandelier, that's the word I'm looking for. And then I was trying to decide what to do with the roof, because I had like an idea, and then I hated this idea. I was just going to do a box around the thing. Couldn't decide how I wanted it to do it. I'll figure it out later. But like, you'll see later on how I do the roof. I really love how I do the roof. And then I don't remember, concrete. Yeah, I was trying to figure out how to make concrete, because I don't know how to do that. And then I figure it out, and then I'm like, oh god. And so I need to go find another desert, and I need a clay forest, like clay cave, and don't have that much. What am I doing? Oh, okay, I'm confused. I need to go to a flower forest and get more flowers. Everything I'm doing is just so confusing. My house is too gray. Like, it is too, like, I love gray, but there's a point where it gets too much gray. And weird. It's weird. And I hate the snow golem's heads, like the snowman's heads, but I can't really fix it. And I love the farm. I love the farm so much. My best friend made it. Oh, I'm gonna get my best friend's been in my videos before. I'm gonna get them in more videos. It's fun doing videos with them. We're gonna do more podfics like we have done, and it's just gonna be fun. I kind of like how I did the floor tiles on this part, and I don't. And also I'm gonna have to expand this room later on, which is gonna suck, because what I may do is have where that chest is going like downstairs, and take out those 4. And then just have it be an underground more, if that makes any sense. It makes sense to me. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys. But yeah, while we went to the concert, we went to, this, like, CD store. And I got a few CDs for my car, only to find out my car already has a CD in the holder, and I cannot get it out, like, at all. I've pushed the little button so many times, and so I'm gonna try having Dad get it out, but I don't know if he can, so we're gonna have to see. And if not, then that means, oh, and do not do your concrete the way I did it. I did it in the worst way possible, and so many pieces just did not get covered. So don't do it in this way. Do it in the way I did before, however I did that, because that was actually a good way despite me losing like 4 or 5 pieces. Oh, why did I do it like this? This makes me so mad now, seeing that I did it like this. I do everything in the hardest way possible, if you cannot tell. Like, doing the roof, yeah. I still really like that tough. I may change the entire pathing to that, but like I said, once again, that is so much tough. I also need to reorganize these chests, I just realized, because they are so disorganized. Yeah. Hi, Demo. I love Demo. Demo is my favorite. Demo should be called Demo 2. Because I killed first Demo because he just stopped moving and I did not realize you could get them to start moving again just by taking what they had out of their hands or using a yeah, you'll see why this roof pisses me off so much in just a second, because it does. And I do fix it. I am a good kid and I do fix it. However, it's so ugly. It's so ugly for a while and I hate it and it bothers me. And it's never not gonna be ugly for a bit. Oh, why am I doing it like this? See, I had the idea right there. I just did not listen. And now there's going to be that tiny little gap. That looks ugly, and it's always going to be ugly, and I fucking hate it. It's stupid. Why did I do it like this? Oh, but I'll fix it. I will fix it. I do fix it, okay? Another off dream I had is, about 3 weeks before my older sister got arrested. I had a dream about her getting arrested, and 3 months, or no, 3 months before I was forced to move back in with my birth giver for a bit, I had a dream. I lived with her again, and I hated it, and it was a nightmare, really, genuinely. Speaking of nightmares, I have this reoccurring nightmare, and it used to be like every single day. Genuinely, every single day, I would have this nightmare. Okay, and then once I realized what this nightmare came from, I stopped having it. However, this nightmare plagued me for 17 years, I think. 17 years. This nightmare, every single dream, no matter what the dream was, ended the exact same way. I would go to, so I don't include it in like every dream, but it was every single dream for 17 years straight. I would go to a vet, or like, not a vet, a dog pound. Or I'd be walking down a dog pound with one of my dogs, and the dog did switch depending on, I don't know why they changed, but sometimes I would have Mouse, sometimes I would have Tyke, sometimes I would have Kilo, sometimes I would have Pixie, sometimes I would have one of the other dogs we had. And they would always change, and it was weird. But we would be walking by this dog pound, or not. Yeah, dog pound, I think. It was either a dog pound or a vet. I never really cared. But there would be this dog fight, and one of the dogs would eat another dog. And, I would pick and then they would turn into this giant green dog. And this giant green, had 3 heads, and it was like super skinny, but super huge. And I have a, I'm not telling you what dog it was. I'm not telling you what dog this was yet. But it was based off of it's based off of a movie. Anyway, and then this dog would chase me while eating all the other little dogs that came into its path. And dream would end by by me either getting eaten by this dog or managing to run away from it. And for 17 years, I was plagued by this dream. Now, there is a movie I watch about once a month and have watched for about once a month whenever I got the chance for like ever since it came out. It is one of my favorite movies ever. And it is the Scooby-Doo live-action movie, specifically the one with Scrappy-Doo. Do you want to know what this dog was? This dog was Scrappy-Doo with 3 heads. Now, why did it take me so long to notice? I have no clue, but it did. Also, I love how I do these little shelves. It's so cute. And I'm going to put things on them. But I'm going to change where I put those lanterns. Anyway, Scrappy-Doo. Scrappy-Doo with 3 heads. I am actually going to put this up right now. Hold up. Give me a minute. This fucker. This fucker is what plagued my dream. Surfo looking fong? Yeah. That surfo for so fucking long. Okay, there we go. I worded like a good human. I can word? What are you talking about? Anyway, for so fucking long, that fucking thing haunted my dreams. Every single dream ended with this. And it wasn't just, every few nights. No, it was every single fucking night. No matter how good the dream before that was going was. Like, I once had a dream that I am a huge My Little Pony fan. I love horses. I had a dream that I was riding horses, and we were riding, like, through town, and it dropped me off in front of this vet, and I'm like, fuck no, please let me back on, and the horse disappeared and turned into, my dog. It was Kilo that night, my dog Kilo, and then, so I started running with Kilo, and then that thing started chasing me, and oh my god, it was horrifying. And you know how I realized this? I'm sitting there watching, this live-action Scooby-Doo movie, when all of a sudden it comes on, and I am looking at it, and I'm like, I know I've watched this movie before, but why does that look so familiar? It looks so familiar in a very weird way. I don't get it. Like, why? Why does it look this familiar? And then I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay. And so I text my sister, and I'm like, wait, hold up. Let me see if I have the conversation. Okay, June 9th. 2022, so I was 17. I'm having that one Scrappy-Doo dream again. You know, where the dogs eat other dogs and turns into a giant 3-headed dog that I realized was Scrappy-Doo? Yeah, that one. It's been a lot more recent, on top of a lot of weird dreams. And then apparently, I hadn't told my brother-in-law about this dream before. So, I'm a little bit later, I mentioned... Wait, hold up. Why isn't it? Come on. Hey. Also, sister, the dream is back. The dog dream? I thought I'd finally gotten rid of it. What the fuck? Why must Scrappy haunt my dreams? And it was a good dream too. You mean you're not having the dog dream anymore, and it's not a nightmare anymore? I'm having the dog dream again, and it's kind of a nightmare, but also not. And it's really not a nightmare anymore, because I know what's happening, and now it's funnier than anything. But it's still terrifying. And then my brother-in-law is like, I'm scared to ask what the dog dream is. I mean, it started off with you and I watching Ghost Adventures, and then brother-in-law called and asked if we could grab him something from a gas station, Shell I think it was. And you asked me if I could go because you were hurting it. So I was going, and all of a sudden I hear that disgusting dog eating noise, and I book it, and then I was being chased, but I wasn't scared, or not as scared as I usually am. And then I replied to him, okay, so for as long as I can remember, I've had this dream where this giant green dog would chase me down the street, and it would like eat/absorb any dogs it would come across, and I had to keep Mouse or any dog we've had before away as I'm running away from this giant dog-eating dog. And then I realized it was Scrappy turning into a monster that Nightmare Dog looked like from the Scooby-Doo live action after watching that. And then I didn't have the dream anymore, and now it's back and I'm upset. This dream has haunted me for millennia. And then my sister replied, it's because you subconsciously want to watch James Gunn Scooby-Doo with your sister in a watch party and Ghost Adventures. I do want to watch them both with you in a watch party. Same though. So yeah. And then so it's been fun. But there's been like a lot of weird dreams I've had. Like, okay, more recently, I've had this dream where, okay, I'm back. It is like 24 hours later. It is now the 30th of November. So goodbye, November. I had to go because I started falling asleep. And then I worked morning, and today was midday. And yeah. But it's been fun. It's been okay. Today wasn't too bad. It was just more, I didn't have all the stuff I needed, and it was a disgusting meal. It was like baked sweet potatoes, and, but they were canned beforehand, so they turned out like shit when I baked them. And here I realize that I'm going the same way as my other rail. Well, I don't realize it yet, but I will soon realize it, and I'll have to go the other way. Anyway, not the point. Point is, so, ow. My little sister did my nails, and one of them just broke off, so I will have to go fix that later. But, anyway, point is, it's 24 hours later. I was going to tell you about a dream, but I forgot which dream I was going to tell you about. I think it might have been the hotel one, where I owned a hotel. Here's where I realized it. How I didn't realize it before, I don't know. But, I had a dream where I owned a hotel, and, so I owned this, it was the Cecil Hotel, but it was like 6 times taller, and more room, and, like, I like, brought in all my family and friends, and I had a bunch of TV characters there too. Like, there was the Gallagher family from Shameless, and there was the Loud House family, and then there was a bunch of people, and then some of my coworkers, and like they all had little powers. They all had like these tiny little powers, okay, that came with living there, and I had the most powerful power because I own the hotel, right? Well, fuck. Oh fuck! I'm doing it. I had the most powerful. I had the most powerful. I had the most powerful power. Because I own the hotel, and of course I was gonna get the most powerful power. That no longer sounds like a word. Whoops. And so. I had the most powerful power, and I could teleport up to 5 people wherever I wanted. Wherever I wanted. Wherever I wanted, right? And I could teleport up 5 people wherever I wanted, as long as I knew, like, exactly where I wanted them, right? Well, and then other powers they had were, like, one of my coworkers he could read people's thoughts, but only when they were thinking about swimming. Only when they were thinking about swimming. Another power, another coworker of mine could like levitate, or like, no, could like perfectly picture how they wanted to like organize things and then organize them in that way, and people could see like how they were gonna organize it because they could flash the image in their mind, but it was only like if they were organizing. And then the little Princess Loud House girl had the power to like detect if people were like bad intentioned, right? And so one day she comes up to me and she's like, God damn it, like, no, she's like, there's like really bad evil people here and they don't have the best intentions. And I'm like, well, okay, who is it? And she tells me, and I'm like, those people aren't living here. That's not good. And she names like four people, okay? And so I start teleporting people out. And I get my family, send them on to the mountains to do a family reunion, because my family does family reunions in the mountains all the time. And I had to make sure it was all plausible. So then I staged the Gallagher's getting arrested, the Loud House family going to college, and looking at colleges for the oldest daughter. And like I did that with all these people living there. My best friend's family, they go to concerts all the time, so I sent them to a concert. I end up putting my keep inventory on because I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die in this world. It's gonna happen. Keep inventory on. Anyway, so I get everyone out, and then it's just me, my husband in my dream, and then our 3 little kids. Okay, so I'm like, I teleport our 3 little kids with 2 of my other family members to the God, I cannot think, to the family reunion. And then me and my husband, we're going around making sure everyone's gone and like trying to find these places. Okay? And then there's this room that is gigantic. It is humongous. Okay? And we're like on the balcony to this room. We go to the balcony to this room because that's how you get into this room. Alright? And there's these exactly, this is why I put my keep inventory on. And so I decide right here to do it. I should have had it on. Oh. I did have it on by now. I forgot what I was doing. This is why I need to start tapping in chat more. Or record while playing, and I don't do that, and you'll see why at the end of the video. Anyway, so there's 3 villains starting out. There is who I call Majar, because it is Maleficent and Jafar if they had a child. There is this big spider guy thing. This spider guy from Baldur's Gate. And then there is also, there's another one who I couldn't tell who it was, okay? And then I can tell there seems to be like a 4th person, okay? And I know there was 4, and she mentioned 4 others, and I'm like confused because there's only 3 people here. And then Majar goes over to this bag on the ground, and she opens it, and it expands open, and it is a dragon eye. It is a dragon eye that fills up 3/4 of this room, and this room is huge, okay? This room is huge. I don't know how big it was, but it is gigantic, okay? And, oh god, I can still hear the voice. I can still hear the voice now and everything, okay? And this dragon eye starts talking, but its pupil opens and shuts, and there is just rows of teeth. There is rows of teeth like on a shark, and oh my god, it was so fucking terrifying. Like, I don't think you understand how fucking terrifying this was for me. Okay, and so I start freaking out because holy shit, my husband and I, we get out of there. We get out of there. As we're getting out of there, there's a noise we make, and they realize we're there, so we start vaulting down these balconies, right? We start going down these balconies, and we start on like the 6th floor, we get down to the 3rd floor, and there's someone in there, and she has this like cracked porcelain mask, she has a hijab, and I'm like, what are you doing here? I thought I got everyone out. What are you doing here? And she's like, why are you worried about me? And I'm like, what are you doing here? We need to go. There are evil people here. We need to go. We need to get out. Get out of here. And she's like, don't worry about me. I'm fine. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. And I'm like, I cannot get out of here until you are safe. Until you are safe. Until you are safe. I cannot get out of here until you are safe. And she's like, do you know who I am? Do you know who I am? And I'm like, no, and it doesn't matter, but we cannot leave. I cannot leave until you are safe. And she's like, okay, well, I guess, I'll go with you. And then she pulls, like, her, hijab back, because we hear, them coming, and she pulls her hijab back. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but she pulls her hijab back, and mask comes off. It's Medusa. She's fucking Medusa. And she helps us get out and get down, and then I teleport the 3 of us to the prison first. Don't know why I went to the prison first. I think that was the closest one. But we went to the prison first, got all the Gallaghers rounded up, and, like, they're hugging, and, like, they come to talk to me, and then in the back of my mind, I hear, you need to wake up, in the same voice that the dragon spoken. And I wake up, okay? Now, I knew this was a series dream, and series dreams are dreams that have, like, multiple parts, or are, like, a TV series. I knew this was a series dream because there was, like, a countdown above my head that I could see if I looked in like a mirror or like pulled out my phone and looked at. And it was like ended right as he says that. Okay. And then, but the thing is, the next part of the dream wasn't the second part. It was the prequel to the dream. It was me getting money and buying the hotel and building on the hotel. And, okay, there were 4 rooms I had to barricade because no water, no electricity, nothing worked for them. So I barricaded them off. Not only was this Medusa's room, but the room beside hers and the 2 rooms above theirs, where just nothing was worked. And it turned out that's where the villains were living. And so it's like, okay, so I learned that. And then I haven't had another dream of it since, which I find sad because I really like this dream. And I want more of this dream, but I haven't gotten any more of this dream. But I will tell you guys about it when I do. Anyway, so yeah, like very vivid, very realistic dreams. I don't know what to talk about now. Ooh, when I was younger, I don't know if I'm told this story already. I need to start writing down scripts for these. I don't have scripts for these. Soon my sister and brother are gonna be in an episode. Soon. It's gonna be fun. I don't know what we're gonna talk about yet, but we're gonna talk about something.
People really want to know.
Give ideas down below in the comments. Or don't. I don't really care. You're Oh, there was this one dream, okay? I can never stop thinking about this dream. Okay? In this dream, people could live on Mars. Okay? My brother-in-law and sister lived on Mars. And in my dream, you could like teleport there immediately because it's cool. And so we teleport there one day. And like there's rules, okay? So on Mars you cannot take pictures of the sky. Gravity is weird. And like gravity is weird. So like anytime anyone like took pictures or tried to record the sky, the entire planet would like turn upside down and that person would just fall into outer space. And I did not know this. I did not know this was a rule. So I did it. And like I was trying to take a picture of it because there was this like really pretty orange, yellow sky, and I needed a picture of it so I could save it in my brain, and I didn't. I couldn't get a picture of it, and like it's not like an actual orange yellow color. It's not a real color, but it's one my brain has in my head, and I can't. Yeah. Yeah. I can't describe it, but I've tried to describe it. I can't describe it. It's like orange and yellow, but it's not orange and yellow. It's not the orange and yellow you're thinking about at all. It's not. It's really not. And I don't know how to explain it, and I can't explain it to you. It's like shrimp colors, but it's not shrimp colors. Yeah. Another series dream that I have a lot, which I'm not going to explain all of it, is basically I have this daughter, and like there sometimes she'll have a twin, sometimes not. But it's like one of my favorite series dreams, and I love it, but I haven't had it in a while, and that's made me kind of sad because I haven't had it in a while. And it's one I tell my therapist like the most about. Like, she knows I have series dreams, but it's the one I tell her the most about because it's my favorite. And she really she really likes it. I do too. I love it. Genuinely one of my favorite dreams ever. But it's so funny because there's been like 12 different beginnings to it, and it always ends up going in the same direction. So I have like 12 different starts to it, but like very vivid, very I just have a very vivid imagination, like really, really vivid. It's scary sometimes. Like, when I was writing They Don't Know, I think there was like 12 different, there was more than 12. There were so many different endings I was trying to decide on, and some of them were really mean, and others just weren't. And then, but writing They Don't Know was so fun for me. It was like favorite thing to write, along with Hello World. A lot of my other series, the problem is I haven't written a lot lately because of work. But another reason I haven't been writing lately is because I just never feel like my writing's good enough, which is so stupid because a lot of people love it, and I feel so bad because I'm just like, oh, it's not good writing. There's not, like, so many people could do this better, and yeah, that's the thing, so many people could, but nobody's ever gonna write it the exact same way I write it, and so it's never gonna be done the exact same way. And maybe it could be done better, but unless I write it, there's no way to know. And I have to remind myself of that, but then I'll go back and like look through my stories, and realize how many could have turned out to be something. It could have turned out to be something, but I'm no longer part of that fandom, or I'm not part of that, I don't follow that anymore, and I don't know the characters anymore, and it's been so long since I've looked. What the fuck? Wait, no. Wait, hold on. I need to go back for a second. Okay, I'm not crazy. That Iron Golem just did it. Hold up a poppy flower. Why did he do that? Like, why? I don't get it. Why did he hold up that flower? Weird. Anyway, like, but no, there's just a lot. I'm not following those fandoms anymore, or those stories anymore, and I don't feel, so I like have these like lists of ideas that I had and just never or I'll be in the middle of something and I'm like, okay, I remember this, so I'll write it down later, and I'll send it to one of my friends that I talk to online all the time too, and then we bounce off ideas back and forth, and then I realize as we're bouncing ideas back and forth that I just won't ever write this because it's not something my brain like will be able to write, and I love having that. I love being able to do that because it is now the 3rd. I started this the 20. I finished recording this Minecraft video the 23rd. It is now the 3rd. This one has taken me way too long to do. I need to find topics to talk about. So, if you have any suggestions, comment them. But anyway, we have stayed in our building. You know how I told you about how I work in a home for elderly people, a rehabilitation home? Well, we have stayed in this week, and it is so exhausting. Like, the first night they were there, I was alone. And thank God they didn't watch me, because I would have failed, because I was alone. And it wouldn't have been my fault. The person who was supposed to help me, called out, saying she was sick. I don't think she's sick. I think she called out knowing that they were gonna be there, because her daughter, who also works with us, told her. Okay? How she hasn't been fired, I don't know. Anyway, so, I was alone first night. They didn't watch me, thank God. Second night they were there, I was not there, but they didn't watch them. Today I worked morning shift, and I was so prepared for them to come watch me. I was like, I'm gonna do great, I'm gonna do awesome. My boss was there, she was making sure I had everything done. Food was amazing. They didn't watch. So now tomorrow's workers are gonna be watched, and I don't know how that's gonna, I trust them, but I'm also worried. I am also worried. So yeah, that's fun. So much fun. Yeah. I really don't remember what I was talking about. I listened to it like 3 different times. Could not figure it out. Something about a fic I'm writing. I am writing a fic that I am writing has made me cry so many times. Has made a friend of mine cry so many times. Has made my therapist almost cry. I read it to her, and we were also talking about my Nana, and I was talking about how I didn't, oh no, how I didn't know if I was, like, actually sad about it, or if, I was upset about, if the story was actually sad, or if I was upset about my Nana. And so I made her almost cry, and it wasn't fun, but it was fun. Yeah. I really don't know what to talk about. You know what? I am gonna open a random fic. And, this one has no link, but it's in my works. Open, where is it? Copy. Which fic is it? We're gonna read this with no warning. See if I can get some, because there's still an hour left. Oh. It's an orphan account. It's called Tiny Fingers and Toes. This part, it's 1,190 words. Okay. Okay. Tiny Fingers and Toes by Orphan Account. Aizawa knew he'd be subjected to Midoriya's quirk eventually. He had just been praying the boy wouldn't get him until 3rd year. He should have known better. Aizawa knew he was fucked. He had known since he had seen Midoriya, a seemingly quiet general education student, use his quirk at the A seemingly quiet general education student use his quirk during the sports festival and win. That at some point that quirk would be turned on him. He had been content to listen to his husband's rambling words and just nap the entire festival. First-year students were always a goddamn mess, and he would need to analyze their fights in the safety of his home where he could groan and mutter angrily without having his voice broadcasted across the stadium. But when his husband started laughing hysterically in the second round, screaming about some general ed kid and nearly falling from his seat, well, his Ashi was loud and acted super peppy, but it took a lot to get him to actually laugh. And for him to laugh that hard, it had to be good. He had opened his eyes, peering through his bandages, and then blinked in utter astonishment and incredulity at what he had seen. He had opened his eyes, peering through his bandages, and then blinked in utter astonishment and incredulity at what he had seen. The second obstacle was a simple chariot team type obstacle. The students had to obtain headbands from other teams in order to gain more points. Aizawa had figured Todoroki would remain on top, that maybe Bakugo would manage to snatch the 10 million, but that wasn't at all what happened. Not at all. Instead, Aizawa was staring at a field of toddlers. Literal toddlers crying and blinking wide, confused eyes at their hands. The other teams were panicking, trying not to hurt them and get the kids to safety while also trying to protect their headbands. It was chaotic and genuinely irresponsible use of a quirk, and he almost strode out of the room to tear into whoever had used it, because what the hell? Who? Wait. No, that's not his voice. Who? What the fuck? Who? No, we have to look up Aizawa. Aizawa angry. Is this it?
We know that a lot of you have concerns about our teaching regimen, but we can guarantee you that your kids are in responsible hands.
Mickey Nazu.
Really? Is it true that a teacher comes to school dressed in a dominatrix outfit every day? What kind of message is that supposed to be sending our kids?
Maybe to be more creative in the bedroom.
Maybe it's like, who? I can't do it. Who? He thundered, and Hizashi managed, wheezing all the while, to hand him two folders. The first had a 1B on the first had a 1B kit on it. Nieto Modoma. NATO. That's how. NATO Modoma. Aizawa already knew the child had a copycat quirk and was considering teaching the kid about underground Aizawa already knew the child had a copycat quirk and was considering teaching the kid about underground hero work, but had changed his mind when he saw the way the boy treated 1A after they nearly died from an attack. But the second file made him heave the most world-weary sigh he had ever released. Izuku Midoriya, a veritable genius by all accounts, he had perfect grades and records and was advanced beyond his years, taking both management and support classes. He wanted to be a hero and had applied for a transfer just a few days ago. Quirk, de-aging. It had been involuntary when he first got it, and when he seriously distressed was likely to lash out at anything, which had led to him having to take heavy suppressants for 5 years after he got it. The quirk would remind someone to a younger age than what they currently were. When used sporadically and not in a controlled manner, he couldn't determine the age, but when used properly, Izuku Midoriya could make them whatever age he wanted. The person would retain all their memories, but be reverted back to the emotional capacity of that age. Nato had copied this quirk, and as Aizawa watched, he could see the bright flashes of neon blue light flying from the blonde's skin like shots of electricity. His entire team had been reverted to the age of toddlers. He looked panicked, but nobody could get close enough for him to do anything. Aizawa's gaze turned to Midori, and the little green-haired student was holding a ball of green light in his hands, the other on a teammate's shoulder as he murmured instructions down to them, steadily maneuvering them closer towards the wand without getting them stuck. When they were within 20 yards, the greenette threw his projectile. It slammed into Monama's chest, and Aizawa watched as dark shadow safely caught the little 2-year-old that tumbled to the ground. Then they looked around the field. Their team was the only team left standing. Aizawa stared for a long minute as Hisashi spluttered out the winning teams, laughing all the while. There was a creeping existential dread curling in his throat as his phone began to ring. Already knowing who it was, Aizawa glumly pulled it out and answered. "Are you putting him in my class?" he asked dully. "Another problem child for him to handle." He was so tired. Why did he always get attached to the weirdos? Maybe because you were a weird problem child, Shota. Hisashi had snorted at him when he groaned this aloud. "I resent that." Principal Nezu let out a breathy little chuckle on the other end. "You do have several free spots after you expelled those 2 kids." "I hate you," he whispered soullessly. The principal laughed and hung up, but at the end of the festival... Festival? This word is spelled C-E-S-T-I-B-A-L. Festival! Oh my god, I'm an idiot. But at the end of the festival, when Izuku was bashfully accepting the first place medal, a sleeping 2-year-old Todoroki cradled in his arms, he called again. "I'll move him into your class by next week." Shit. And he couldn't even expel the brat. Izuku was smart, driven, sweet, and uncannily good at analyzing things. He wanted to be an underground hero that doubled as a rescue hero, and he wasn't afraid of anything Aizawa threw at him. Aizawa had known at some point he'd wind up on the receiving end of the boys' quirk. He helped teach these kids how to control themselves and their quirks, of course he would be. He had been hoping this wouldn't happen until the kid's 3rd or 2nd year, when he and Izuku had gotten to know each other and could laugh it off. He should have known an overachiever like Izuku would be ahead of his inner clock. In the end, it was a complete accident and turned back at the wrong time that led to his imminent demise. There was a sharp feeling in his chest and head as if they were exclusively being dunked in ice-cold water. The world seemed to be rapidly growing around him, and alarm shot forth in him as he found his entire class just staring at him with wide-open mouths. It only took a few seconds for giggles to erupt. A soft 4-year-old face scowled back. "Oh my god! Sensei, you are such a cute child!" "Oh my god! Sensei, you are such a cute child, I could cry!" That was Mina. She genuinely looked distressed, and Aizawa glared harder. His hair felt shorter than he was used to, curling around his face softly. His clothes had shrunk with him, and he knew there were no dark circles or anything under his eyes. It almost felt refreshing not to have that twitching brain pain. "Midoriya!" Wait. "Midoriya! Midoriya! Midoriya!" He all but snarled, his voice high and childish. He whirled to the mat. He rolled to the mat the problem child had been practicing on and felt even more despair strike through him. Ojiro was giving him the guiltiest look ever, holding a knocked-out Midoriya. "I'm sorry, Sensei, but it looks like you're stuck like that for a while," he blurted. "Shit." That one was a cute one. I love de-aging fics. I will never write one, honestly, unless it's like a very, very specific type, maybe? But I don't think I'm ever gonna write one. Just not something I would write. I love them, though. I love the ones, there's been a few that Kat has, written, or read, not written, maybe, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe if you hear this one day and there's some they've written, you can tell me. Any de-aging fics I love, though, honestly. There's only been one that I didn't like, but that's for another fandom. That was for, like, I think it was technically DC, but it was Spider-Man in DC, so I don't know which one that would count as. And he, like, got sent to Gotham, but, like, as a baby. I think what I'm gonna do, because I really don't know what to talk about, and I really need to get this one out so I can record more, and but get the rest of this out so I can record more and then go do an actual fic and, like, actually read that maybe, or maybe not. I might just leave it like that and leave it in here, and then only those who, ever listen to this will know I read it, and Pika, who is my brother, will listen and be like, "Ah, fuck, I fell for the trick." So, haha, if you're listening to this, fuck you, bitch. You had to listen to me read a fic? Okay, I'm gonna go now. Bye. The rest of this video, until I start talking again, will be sped up a lot. Bye. Okay, I am recording while playing because I don't do this, but I found a couple diamonds here. I'm using lava to light my tunnels. This tunnel is very long, but I had to go get a new, diamond, so while I was doing that, not gonna lie, I killed myself to go do that because I didn't want to have to walk all the way back, but okay, where is it? There was tuff around here somewhere, and a bunch of gravel. I hate not being able to see. Okay. It was somewhere around here. There was like gravel. There was something above the gravel. And I heard noises up there. But not, ooh, diamond. There's a car alarm going off outside. I don't know whose car it is, but it's not mine because my car does not. Hello, lava. Okay. Where is it? I was hoping it was like Lush Caves, because I thought I heard an axolotl. Little axolotl noise. I wonder. Shit. Ah. I'm gonna go cave exploring for a bit. Because maybe if we do that, I will get lucky. And just stumble across it. But when is that ever? No, I need to, make a path. I need to make a reminder of where I've been. Okay, how am I doing that? By this, obviously. Shut up. I'm smart. Sometimes. Shut up! No, I won't get lost. Alright. Water! Water! Cave! Large cave. Ooh, cobblestone. Cave! It's a cave! It's a pretty cool looking cave. Ah! And there's the outside. Like, surely if we go far enough, we should find a cave, right? Because, I'm just gonna follow this water. Oh no, I can't follow this water. So we're gonna follow this water. Water. And we've lost that water. Water. Just gonna go this way. Okay, I will be back when or if I find something. Or if I decide I'm bored and no longer gonna. Look. Okay, I am back. It's been a few hours. I just took 2 Benadryl and my sleeping pill. So I'm gonna fall asleep soon. But in the meantime, oh, yeah, I just found this. It's cool. My volume's all the way up. I probably have settings weird, but yeah. I have work in the morning, which is why I'm taking this stuff. At 7:30 at night. Where's my phone? My phone just buzzed. Boom, boom. I should really be there soon. If we're not there within the next, 100 blocks, It took so long. I had to go back. All the way back to my tunnel. It was not fun. I did not get anywhere. Yeah. No, I work morning tomorrow. It's gonna be a pretty easy morning, honestly, because I think I have, bacon and eggs. Hold on. The menu for tomorrow. I'm gonna run out of pickaxe soon. Menu for tomorrow is... Oh, shit. I have to call a coworker real quick, so... Oh, that's gonna be fun. I have pork roast tomorrow, and we're not sure if we have pork roast. I'm gonna have to look in the morning, and then cook it if I find it, and it's going to be not good because I won't have hot plates at all tomorrow. And we've been getting complaints that our food is cold, but it's not because of us, it's because nurses don't even serve on time, right? They don't serve. Ooh. Hello. They don't serve on time, at all. I told you! What did I say? I said we would eventually come to one. I said. I told you guys had no faith that I would ever find it, did you? You're like, this bitch is crazy. Pugs is fucking insane for thinking they'll ever find one. I knew eventually I had to find one, so fuck you guys. That's mean. I don't care. We're keeping it. Oh, I was so right. I was so right. Oh, yay, I get what I needed. I get so many of these. Woo! Okay, I forgot. I get these. Thank you. Hey, man. Thank you. We're gonna put... I'll get those later. This is a weird cave, though. I haven't seen one like this. Usually they're actual caves and not like this. But I told you I would find... If I just kept going, eventually I would have to come across one. And I was right, was I not? I was right, and this is proof that I was right. I am a prophet! That Andrew Garfield meme that's... Say, prophet! Okay. Diamond. Ooh, these. I love these little bushes. We're gonna grab this, and we're gonna go boom, 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 boom. Oh. Bless me. Bless you, don't do it again. Ah, you did it, now you're dead.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I come in?
For what?
Can I ask you something?
Sure, what's up?
Do you want to sleep with me tonight?
I work in the morning, babe.
You can sleep in front of me.
You have a nightmare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do. Can you please come sleep with me?
Are you afraid you'll have a nightmare tonight? Wait, what the heck? Ah, I lost my hand thingy. Hold up.
So is that a yes?
It is a, um,
You can get your favorite show. I'll be you too.
hold up. Oh shit, I turned my mouth. Keyboard. Yeah, just give me like 20 minutes and then I'll come out, okay? Don't hide hand. Okay, there we go. Ah. Ah. Oh, we're glitchy. We're glitchy, okay. I'm so proud of myself. I don't think you guys understand. You guys really don't understand how proud I am. You know what? Okay, so I need, wood. Because my thingy's about to die, so this is probably a bad idea. This is definitely a bad idea, but it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We should have a forest above us. There's most likely a forest above us. And we'll just... gotta keep doing this. Actually, we're gonna use this. So it's easier to get down once we get it. Okay, we're gonna... no, we're gonna... Ooh, hello. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm exhausted. I should just finish looking through this. But I don't feel like there's anything really good here, so... What are we gonna go through here? Okay. Maybe if we just keep going this way, we'll find something cool, hopefully. Okay. Are those what I think they are? Because if they are, that's just... Hey, that's not a natural thing. That's not a... I need to see what those are, because that's... Is this... Because that's not stone. That's not stone, is it? That's not stone. We're putting I'm gonna put everything in there for a minute. Yeah, so this is... Hello? What is this place? Hello? Ooh, hello. You. I'm confused. Okay. This... What is this? Okay, this isn't something I can mine. Hello? This reminds me of, like, Baldur's Gate in those one rooms. What are these? What is this? Hello? Oh, that's water. Okay. Ow. Ooh, hello. We're keeping this. Okay, but these are... What is this place? Oh. Oh, hello. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now, but we are definitely checking this out more later. Editor Pugs here. There's a small glitch right here. I don't know why it stopped recording. It stopped recording like 10 whole minutes. Not 10. It was more like 5 whole minutes where I'm just not... I wasn't doing anything, just really exploring, honestly.